Okay. All qi is ultimately one qi manifesting in different forms. So how is qi created? Food and water are taken into the body via the mouth, taken down to the stomach and spleen, where it is transformed into good qi. So yung quality ng ating good qi nakadepende doon sa ating kinakain at ating iniinom. So good qi is then raised up to the chest where it combines with kong qi, which is formed by the lungs from the air. Combined kong qi plus good qi is called zong qi. Yuan qi from the kidneys acts on zong qi and transforms it into zhen qi, or the upright qi of the body. Zhen qi then can split into two, which is the wei qi or the defensive qi, and the yin qi, which is the nutritive qi. Here is a flow diagram of the qi creation. So with kong qi from the air and gu qi from the food, this forms our zong qi, plus the yuan qi from the kidneys or the our pre-heaven qi. This will form the zhen qi, and this in turn is composed by the wei qi and the yin qi. Okay. So what is the yuan qi, or the original qi, or the pre-heaven qi? So, yuan qi is derived from essence. The yuan qi is also known as the pre-heaven qi and is inherited from our parents at conception. Yuan qi has its roots in the kidneys and spread throughout the body by the sanjiao, or the triple burner or triple heater. It is the foundation of all the yin and yang energies of the body. Okay. So what are the functions of the yuan qi? First, it promotes and stimulates functional activities of the organs. And second, it provides the foundation for the production of the zhen qi. So it is distributed, or it originates in the Mingmen, or the gate of vitality, and circulates via the sanjiao, or the triple warmer meridian, pulls at the meridian at the yuan source points. So why is the yuan qi important? Deficiencies in yuan qi may lead to poor development of post-heaven qi. Okay. Now for the gu qi, or our food qi. It originates from the action of the spleen on the food in the stomach. Gu qi is the first stage in the transformation of food. Food is first rotted and ripened by the stomach and then sent to the spleen to make gu qi. Its function is to blend with kong qi to form the zhen qi. Gu qi then is transformed into blood. So kung wala tayong kinakain, wala rin tayong mabubuong dugo. Gu qi is sent to the lungs, then passes to the heart, where, with the help of the yuan qi and kidney qi, it is transformed into blood. So why is this important? Again, good quality of food and a healthy stomach and spleen are important to generate energy. Weaknesses in the spleen may lead to bloating, distension, fatigue, loss of appetite, and loose stools. As for the zong qi, it is a combination of gu qi and kong qi. Its function is to nourish the heart and lungs. It is the basis for the involuntary functions of heartbeat and respiration. Zhuangqi assists the lungs in controlling qi and respiration and circulating energy throughout the body. Zhuangqi also assists the heart in circulating blood through the vessels and governing blood. Zhuangqi and Yuanqi assist each other. Zhuangqi flows downward to aid the kidneys, and Yuanqi flows upward to aid in respiration. So, Zhuangqi is stored in the chest, gathers in the throat, and influences speech, which is under the control of the heart, and the strength of voice, which is under the control of lungs. Strength of Zhuangqi can be determined from the health of the heart, the lungs, and form the circulation of and voice. And form circulation and voice. Okay. If Zhuangqi is weak, the hands will be weak or cold, and weak voice, and there will also be low energy. It is easily affected by emotional problems. For example, grief weakens the lungs and disperses energy in the chest.